All right, the Cricket Today podcast is here for all your IPL 2024 needs. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and you can listen to this wherever you get your podcasts. I'm your host, Liam McAllion, also known as the Stats Guy. I'm here with a big Calcutta Knight Riders fan, also a big Bubba Azam fan. Check out some of the TikToks that people are posting about him, which is absolutely crazy. How you going, Marcus?
The remixes, the edits, I love it. Keep them coming.
Do we need to do more videos with some awesome bass drops behind him with Bubba Azam?
If you haven't checked it out, check it out on Cricket Today TikTok. We'll do a reaction to that edit. But you're famous yourself, Stats Guy. I heard you got recognised a few times around the pubs and bars in Melbourne.
I said this on Sunday.
Household name.
Maybe I shouldn't have told you that. Yeah, I think we'll have to do some of those TikTok videos with Virat Kohli as well. See how they go.
Maybe.
A few more IPL ones. Today we're going to wrap up all the first 6 games of the IPL season. So we did a preview for them across the weekend with a score breakdown, some player of the matches, some best Aussies. A lot of the Aussies didn't go very well, which
they did
we'll touch on. Some future match previews as well, where we just give a little prediction. Also some funny moments that some English guys that we don't like to talk about sometimes. Had a bit of funny moments.
Can't stay in their crease.
Can't stay in their crease, some guys, but we'll have to get into that.
But also, keep tuned for later when Stats Guy has to face his punishment.
Yes. So actually, let us know in the comments. So we had a comment saying that whoever won out of the Kolkata Knight Riders and the Sunrisers, between us two, because that's our two teams, had to speak Bengali. The loser had to speak Bengali. I have never spoken Bengali, so maybe in the comments let me know what I should say. I'm a bit nervous about that. Yep. Keep it PG, thank you.
Let him know what to say in the comments section.
Yeah. And then we'll say it on the Thursday or Friday show when we do our next show.
Yeah, for our next show, and it's like the Sunrisers are trash.
Yeah. We actually did pretty well. But
anything along the lines, but my Knight Riders, they came out on top.
They did. We'll get into that. I'm already nervous about speaking.
Yeah, well, let's get in the first game of the IPL.
Yeah, first game. Chennai Super Kings versus the Royal Challengers Bangalore. Leo's not here, but he would be pretty excited from the start that RCB went all right.
Do you reckon he would have brought in his RCB shirt and worn it?
Well, maybe not, because they lost.
They did win this last night.
They did win last night, so they bounced back, but they lost the opening game of the season. Huge matchup, because you got Chennai, who obviously won the final last year. RCB made 173, only 6 wickets down. Then you got Chennai just passed it in the 19th over. So usually that's pretty, they've done that pretty easy. 176 they made, so the Super Kings have won by 6 wickets. Who was the best player in this one, Marcus?
Well, we're having a look. It has to be Rahman. 4 for 29 off his bowling.
He was awesome.
That's incredible figures. So he's a Bangladeshi fast bowler. So it's good to see some international talent dominating in the IPL stage, especially for someone from Bangladesh, and especially a pace bowler in the IPL as well. Yeah. So he was a real standout and the real point of difference in that game. You're looking at, he was one of 2 players to get wickets.
Really?
Yeah. So you got Deepak Chahar, you got 1 for 37 or 4, and then the next best was Jadeja, who got 1 for 21 or 4.
Yeah, that's weird. But the pace ball, usually in India, we always talk about the spin and all of that, but he's absolutely torn it up, and it's really good for cricket if there's a Bangladeshi fast bowler come through the ranks, which is really exciting in some of the World Cups and things like that.
100%.
So he absolutely killed it, probably got him over the line, because it wasn't a huge scoring game, but there wasn't many wickets.
Well, he got them over the line, obviously.
Yeah.
You're looking at Anuj Rawal at 48, 25 was also very good for RCB. Your man Ravindra also top scored for the Chennai Super Kings. Yeah,
I was a bit surprised that he opened in 2020s. I thought he'd be like a number 3 or 4, but then he made 37 off 15. That's a perfect T20 score when you're going at, 246 strike rate. That's unbelievable. That's very good. I love watching him, and he just keeps getting better and better. So happy that he's opening for the Super Kings, and he helped him get off to that really good start, which put pressure back on RCB.
Yep.
Let's have a look at the Aussies. I think Cam Green played in this one, 2 for 27. Not bad. I think it was off only, was it a couple of overs? Let me have a quick look. 3 overs, so that's not too bad. But there, Maxi, we love talking up Maxi on this one. I don't think he went too well on this one.
He went out for a goal and he hasn't been, we'll get to, he played obviously again, he had another innings this morning and he didn't do too good either. I think he made 3 or very low figures. So, not a great start for the Aussies in this match, let alone the tournament so far.
No. So, hopefully everyone loves Maxi. Yes, I know Indians absolutely love Maxi. We love him in Australia. So, hopefully he can bounce back, because when he's at his best, no one's stopping him. But at the moment, he's a bit shaky. I don't know if he's ran through any more glass doors or things like that, or he's gone out. He's not partying in Adelaide at least. So
either way, people love him. Yeah. The Indians love Glenn Maxwell.
Yeah, they do. And so do we. We'll go to the next one quickly. Punjab Kings versus Delhi Capitals. obviously Delhi Capitals were really poor last year, and Ricky Ponting's job as the coach was under a bit of pressure. They come out here and they lose the first game, so he's probably under a bit more pressure. Delhi made 174, 9 wickets down. Then the Kings put up 177 in the last over. So it was still pretty close. 19.2 overs they got the runs at. But yeah, the Kings won by 4 wickets. Yep. So pretty good game, I reckon, overall.
It was a good game, but no one really could seem to, other than Sam Curran, who was our standout. He made 63 or 47.
Yep.
Other than that, no one really made and progressed along with their innings. You're looking at the Delhi Capitals. Shai Hope was 33, was the top run scorer, and you're looking at what is this, your number 9 bat as your second top scoring at 32?
Yeah, that's really bad.
And that was your sub as well?
Yeah.
Like your impact sub? So, I don't know, there's worrying signs there for Mitch Marsh, David Warner, and Ricky Ponting, obviously. But Warner and Marsh chipped in with in the 20s each. So,
Not horrible, but they should be doing better than that. Parral was awesome impact sub because he's come in 32 off 10, so 320 strike rate.
He did his job.
That is awesome. He definitely did his job, but he shouldn't be making the. So Hope was solid, 33, but they just need a bit better strike rate. The other guys were only going. Not many guys over 150, which is what you need in T20 cricket, and that's probably what's cost him,
Mitch Marsh got smacked around, didn't he? None for 52 off his 4 overs with an economy of 13. But
that's honestly hard to do. None for 52. You just bowling full tosses everybody.
It was pretty ordinary because he can do a job.
Yeah, especially in T20 cricket.
Yeah, we've seen him at Test level, at the very least in ODI level. He can get some handy wickets. But that wasn't the storyline of the match.
Look, because we're Aussies, we don't really want to talk about the Aussies. They didn't go too well in that match. We're going to go to the English. One of our favourite Englishmen,
other than Sam Curran.
Other than Sam Curran, who made 63 or 47. Awesome innings. But the funniest thing to happen there was Johnny Bairstow. Do you want to run us through what happened there?
100%. He just can't stay in his crease.
What is he doing?
What is he doing? It just had to be Johnny Bairstow.
This time was a little bit unlucky. Obviously, it came off.
Screw him. No. You're progressing too far down, and then you should have time enough to go back.
Yeah.
At least drop your bat down, but no, Johnny Bairstow, his big stomach. I probably shouldn't say that. He needs to turn around. He turned like a bus.
He did.
Johnny Bairstow turned like a bus, and he just couldn't get back in his crease, and he got run out at the non-striker's end. It is very stiff.
Yeah, like that is the worst way in cricket to go out.
It is very stiff.
Obviously, the batsman hits it really hard. You're like, all right, we're going to get at least a single here. Yeah. And then Ishant Sharma from the Capitals just got a little fingertip to it. I didn't even know if he touched it, and then they zoomed in. He just touched it, and then obviously got run out. Then Mitch Marsh was there still laughing because it's the second time, obviously, Johnny Bairstow against Australia with coming out of his crease way too early. Alex Carey got him out, and then the Lords everyone was fighting at Lords. At least there was no fights or anything in Punjab. But
has that ever happened to you? Like the non-strikers end?
No, I've had a few people I've batted with it's happened to.
So you've done it to a few people?
No, I've got someone out once like that, and I didn't celebrate. I felt really weird to celebrate.
I've got someone out like that. When I was off my bowling, obviously.
You would have celebrated.
I celebrated because it was against our fierce rivals.
Okay.
Greenvale. So
Greenvale, okay.
It was against Greenvale back when I was playing at West Meadows. So
okay.
They were rivals, so I did celebrate. It was under 19s as well, so
fair enough. Have you ever been out like that before?
I've never been out like that.
I had a couple of mates that have gotten out like that. And I had a mate that was on 85 or something, and he got out like that where it's literally not the batsman's fault. You can't do anything about it unless you're Johnny Bairstow and you're probably walking a bit too far up. So
in that case, it's Johnny Bairstow.
Yeah. Anyway, that was really funny and just a little bit of a standout moment for us Aussies that we wanted to chat about. Yeah, Sam Curran was definitely the player of the match in that one. 63 or 47. He was great and definitely the best English person on the field there.
Yep.
All right, next one, our boys. Kolkata Knight Riders, your team versus the Sunrisers Hyderabad. My boys, really probably the game of the weekend and game of the round so far. You got the Kolkata Knight Riders put up 208, so that's an awesome score. Definitely, it was the highest score so far this season in the IPL.
Yep.
Sunrisers did pretty well. They got within 4 runs, 204. So obviously it was a really good batting pitch. Still 14 wickets in the match. So people were getting wickets, but there was just so many sixes, which we absolutely love watching in IPL. So Calcutta, your boys won by 4 runs. I got to speak Bengali on the next show. So just a reminder, if anyone's still watching, let me know what I have to say in Bengali or what was it on our end?
Was it Bangla?
Bangla. Yeah, Bangla. So let us know what I have to say in that because Marcus wants me to say something funny for that because I lost the bet.
Yeah, he will probably absolutely butcher what he's going to say.
I'm fluent in
It's a punishment for a reason.
It is.
But you said you had to go at my players.
I know.
You had to go at my players. my Dre Russ, my Phil Salt, and you had to go at them. You're saying they're past their prime. They're no good.
I thought so.
Terrible internationals. And Dre Russ, 64 off 25 balls and 2 for 25.
Literally, he must have seen the podcast. He said, "Stuff you, Stats Guy. I'm gonna be the best 2020 player in the world again." Because back in the day, you got Chris Gale, like all the West Indies guys were the absolute pinnacle of T20 cricket.
Yeah.
And I swear he hasn't dominated in these big tournaments for a couple of years. And then he comes out against my Sunrisers, of course. And 2 for and a 64 is
at
awesome.
A strike rate of 256, 7 sixes. That was ridiculous.
That is crazy.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Phil Salt also hit 3 sixes. But even we had the Kolkata Knight Riders had 3 players above a 200 strike rate. I guess Mitch Starc, obviously 3 balls, 6 runs.
Yep.
But then obviously Dre Russ, 64 off 25. And then also Ramandeep Singh, 35 off 17, who was subbed out for a bowler at the end of the innings.
This was the only match where, sort of both teams got going at the bat and the ball because there was 14 wickets. So it was really even and
Any game 200 plus is well worth watching. So if you haven't checked it out, check out the highlights. Dre Russ can hit an absolute bomb. But for your boys, the Sunrisers, who performed?
Let me have a quick look. I was going to say not Mitchell Starc, which the Aussies we love to talk about. He got absolutely smacked. Sort of the same sort of.
Well, he's from my team.
Oh, is he? Oh, sorry. What am I talking about? Oh my God. Cummins is from my team. He got 1 for 32. Not great as well. Let me just have a quick look at the scores before I cast any more judgment. Henry Klaasen
batted really well.
He was really good. Who else have you got for the Sunrisers? You've got Agarwal started pretty well, 32 off 21. Yeah, we got off to a decent start because both openers made 32. You got the impact sub in Sharma. I was pretty happy with that for the Sunrisers. Markram couldn't really get going. Klaasen was great, 63 off 29.
He was.
But the bowling wasn't horrible. Who got the wickets? Natarajan was all right. But Cummins, I think, as the captain, needs to step up a little bit more. He's 1 for 32 off 4 isn't horrible, but you'd be expecting him to get a few more wickets and lessening under that 200. Because if you're conceding 200, although they scored 204 themselves.
Especially against the Knight Riders. I know like the pitch might have been a little bit more batting friendly, but you're going to face a lot of better teams throughout the season. So.
Yeah, definitely. Especially more batting depth. Yeah, I think Cummins, as the captain, has got to step up and probably get another wicket or 2 just because he can't be conceding 208 runs, even if it's a really easy pitch to bat on.
And I'm having a look now. Pat Cummins came in at 9, which is surprisingly low. He came in after Marco Jansen.
He's made a fair few 50s in the IPL, as we talked about. He's got the fastest record. At the time, the fastest 50 off 14 balls. I think he could be a bit higher, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it seems a bit stiff, but you know what? When you're chasing that big of a total, sometimes it's got to let the batsman do their thing. And
probably. They got close, so maybe they did pick the right order. 4 runs off of a 208-run chase. I'm not sure about the stats, but that's going to be right up there if they were to pass that as a really good chase. So,
particularly in India as well.
Yeah, no, definitely. All right, so the Knight Riders won, unfortunately. Bloody... me and Leo weren't happy this week because RCB lost their first game. Sunrise lost their first game, but we'll bounce back.
That's all right. Stop the count now. The Knight Riders are 4th, I believe. So
Joe Russ isn't going to hit 64 every single match. So
that's all right.
We'll have to see what happens there.
We got other players, mate.
I'm not doing any more bets with you, though, because maybe the Sunrisers aren't going to be that good. We'll have to wait and see. Next one of the weekend was Rajasthan Royals versus the Lucknow Super Giants. The Royals put up 193, so another really good score. Anything over that 185 mark, if you're batting first, you're most likely
only 4 wickets down as well.
Only 4 wickets down, so they were absolutely on fire. Lucknow were nowhere near. 173, 6 wickets down. So the Royals won by 20 runs. Who was the standout in this one, Marcus?
Well, it's going to be Andrew Samson's innings.
Awesome,
For me, it was awesome. 82 off 52 deliveries, 6 sixes. So he was superb. But he had a nice little partnership with Rian Prague, 43 for 29 balls.
Ooh,
so
nice.
That sort of stapled and got them to a comfortable 193 when they're coming into bowl.
Yeah.
But you're looking at the Super Giants, obviously KL Rahul, he's an absolute star, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a superstar, yeah.
But you're looking at your other top 3, 4, 0 and 1 from one of those players being Quinton de Kock.
He's been out of form as well. Other than the World Cup, he was really good.
He was, yes.
But then he came to the Big Bash and I think a few overseas tournaments, he was really poor. Yeah, he can't get that going, can he?
But Nicholas Pooran as well, 64. So they had some players make some good knocks, but they
just needed a few guys to get going.
They needed a few guys to hang around and stick with them, especially the top order. So I think, you know what, one day you could say you could consider themselves a little bit unlucky, but 173 probably just
you're not
a
competitive
win score.
Yeah, I think as well, I'm looking at their bowling. They only got the 4 wickets. Their bowling isn't. I think they're going to be one of the lower teams, the Super Giants. I don't like saying that to all the Super Giants fans out there, but. Their bowling is just not the guys that get heaps of wickets. Their economy was really high. They had 3 guys with economy rates of over 10. So you can't be doing that in T20 cricket when you need a couple of guys to get some really low economy rates. They don't have really. Their batting lineup has a lot of stars, but their bowling, I think, is just not good enough.
We predicted the Super Giants to finish around mid-table because we really like their batting lineup.
Their batting lineup I think they should be making more than 173. I think they'll bounce back in the next one, but the bowling lineup is going to cost them, including that batting lineup for the Super Giants was Stoinis, 3 or 4. He's continuing his form
from the Big Bash.
From the Big Bash, where the last 2 seasons he's been horrible. I think he finished off okay for the Stars.
Even for Australia, he hasn't been that good.
Even for Australia. Who was the other all-rounder we were talking about was on the Super Giants list?
Was it Tim? No, not Tim David.
No, Tim David's on the other team. I'll have to look into it. But there's a few options, all I'm saying, in that Super Giants team that I reckon could come in for Stoinis. But he's probably on a big contract and we've got to play him. Everyone loves a bit of the big storm, but I think he's a bit past it. I don't know.
I think he is.
Yeah.
I think Ashton Turner maybe.
That's what it was.
Against Marcus Stoinis.
Yes, because you got Justin Langer coaching there.
Yes.
And Justin Langer obviously from WA has a really good relationship with Turner. They brought him over. I think he'd be a really good replacement. He's more in his prime. He's a lot younger. Yeah. So
he's coming off a good Big Bash season.
Yeah. So.
Maybe he'll come in for the side for Stoinis.
Maybe, I don't know. I think they'll keep Stoinis for a bit because you got such big squads, but they do like rotating. So I wouldn't mind, Turner coming in the next couple of games.
Yep, correct.
All right, let's go. Gujarat Titans versus the Mumbai Indians. Gujarat finished first last year. Mumbai, we predicted to win the title. Gujarat took the chocolates. 168 they made, which compared to all the other scores is really low.
Yep.
But then Mumbai, 9 down, 162. So Gujarat just absolutely dominated with the ball to get them over the line by 6 runs. The Titans looked, really good. Best player wasn't from the Gujarat Titans. They won. He's actually from the Mumbai Indians. Was 3 for 14 for Jasprit Bumrah.
Yep.
He is from the Titans because I've done that again. Sorry, I don't know why I've done that. I actually wrote it down here. He's from the Titans. He helped him get them over the line. 3 for 14 from Bumrah is absolutely awesome effort. Everyone knows that he's one of the best bowlers in the world when he's fit because he's had a lot of injuries over the last few years. But he was awesome. He's Yorkers.
So he's a Mumbai Indian.
Oh, well, why have I written down the Gujarat Titans here? Oh my God, I've got him
all over the shop, Stats Guy.
Oh, sorry, mate. He killed it for the Indians, but it wasn't enough to get him over the line.
Yeah, economy of 3.5 in 2020 is absolutely superb.
How good is that?
So Jasprit Bumrah, very, very much deserving of our man.
Our player of the match. He didn't get it because they lost in the actual player of the match.
He didn't get it because they lost, which again, this is your pet peeve. Yeah. But Sai Sudarshan from the Gujarat Titans, 45 of 39, he got man of the match in the end.
Yep.
But Shubman Gill stuck around. Rohit Sharma, 43 of 29, was also very good for the Mumbai Indians, but no one could really just, again, make a half century. 3 players got out in their 40s.
Yeah.
But Spencer Johnson played really well, didn't he?
Yeah. First game.
He got hit around a little bit.
But 2 for 25. He's in the team. I think even in the Big Bash a couple of times he was going for a few runs, but he's in the team to take wickets. If you're taking too far, he's going to help their team a lot. I think they needed a couple other bowlers to take a few more wickets around him, but he's more of that impact player where I think he only bowled 2 overs, but if he's getting a wicket per over, then they're laughing.
Imagine getting paid over $1 million and bowling 2 overs in a game.
Yeah, I know. He literally just warmed up and he's like, oh yeah, I'm done. I'll just get my million. Well, was it 1.8 million or something?
I can't remember the exact figure, but it's a lot of money.
Yeah. So what was it? We need to break that down ball by ball. I think there's a breakdown by that. Because if he's bowling 2 overs, if he just bowls 2 or 3 overs every game, the amount of money he's earning per ball is absolutely ridiculous, isn't it? I'm definitely not the type of guy that's going through the maths on that, but we'll have to figure that out. I'm sure that's out there somewhere. He was the standout Aussie. Again, the Aussies, there hasn't been a real standout performance by the Aussies. 2 for's okay, but there's been no huge scores. So the Titans obviously won that one, continuing on from a really good season last year. So they'll be happy to get over the Mumbai Indians, who we rated really, really highly. So good win by the Titans. Next one is RCB are back against Punjab Kings. Leo will be annoyed that he can't talk about this one because they bounced back RCB.
They did.
178 they made. The Kings ended up making 176 off their 20. So it was a really close match. The RCB won by 4 wickets in the end, so they did really well. It
was very close. Virat Kohli, he was the standout, wasn't he?
He was.
77 of 49 for RCB. He's Leo's favourite player.
Yes.
But I don't know, there was another good performances, but RCB just got over the line. The Punjab Kings were creditable, I think. Glenn Maxwell for the RCB as well. He bowled really well. 3 overs, 2 for 29. Shikhar Dhawan made 45 off 37 for Punjab. So, look, there's promising signs for both teams there, but again, they will need to hit another gear if they want to.
Yeah, I think, you need to, as we mentioned, a lot of these games you need to make 185. I think is a really good score if you're looking at all the teams that have won over the first 6 games.
Yep.
Kohli is awesome, 77. He's going to dominate. Is he? Oh, no, I was going to say he's the skipper, but Faf du Plessis the skipper. Which surprised me a little bit there. Maxi, although he isn't going well with the ball, he's made 3 runs in 2 matches. At least he made an impact with the ball, so not rather than the bat. So we're happy with that for Maxi. Cam Green couldn't get going again, only made 3. What did he have with the ball? None for 19. Not horrible, but I think he's sort of like that Spencer Johnson. They'll be hoping he gets like a wicket a match or something like that. Just
100%.
So he can chip in. Just so he can chip in. He's on that big contract as well. But RCB did really well, I think.
But I was a little bit concerning. If I was an RCB supporter, if I was like Leo, I'd be a bit concerned just about the batting, just a touch, because you got Virat Kohli who made 77, and then after that you got Dinesh Karthik who made 28.
Yeah, okay.
And then it goes into the teens.
Actually, you've got literally 1, 2. Yeah, there was six batsmen in a row and didn't make above 19.
Yeah,
18. So
Faf made 3, Cam Green made 3, Glenn Maxwell 3. So you're really looking at those guys who are your premier batsmen in that team to really get on. But it is a good sign, I guess, that they didn't have to perform to get the win. But again, you'd like to see a little bit more from your RCB batsmen. Yeah,
especially the Aussies. I think if they're going to go far this season, they need Cam Green and even Cam Green just going to run a ball, just staying in with a guy like Maxi that's going to be hidden is perfect, or Faf du Plessis or Virat. So he can stay in and just help them get a big score, because if he doesn't stay in, if Maxi doesn't stay in, then they're cooked. So it'll be interesting to see how they go against some of the better teams, because be interesting, if the Kings are up there as well. But it's only early in the season, so we can't really tell who's right up there.
So we look ahead to the
next couple of nights.
Next couple of matches. Get our preview tip. Who do you reckon, Stats Guy, for the Chennai Super Kings and the Gujarat Titans? Obviously, they both won. They
looked really good. I'm leaning towards the Super Kings because they absolutely towed up RCB, who I think is going to be a really good team as well.
Yes.
So I'm leaning towards the Super Kings. They won the title last year. They just know how to win. They didn't have too much change in the offseason. Still got Dhoni. I say this every podcast. I still don't understand how Dhoni's going well. He seems so lazy with the gloves, and then he's taking one-handers and things like that. But I'm leaning towards the Super Kings in this one. What about you, mate?
I'm tempted to go the Gujarat Titans here, but I am going to go the Super Kings. I just think that they got more players who can chip in with 30, 30, 30, 30, like you got Daryl Mitchell and the like.
But
I think this could be a game for Shubman Gill to really stake his claim on the Indian, as if he hasn't already.
Yeah, he's still already a very good player.
Stage against arguably one of the favourites to win the IPL and in the Chennai Super Kings. So it'll be a very close match. It'll be a very good match, but I'm going to go with you. I'm going to lean towards the Super Kings.
Go on Super Kings. All right, next one, my beloved Sunrisers Hyderabad taking on the Mumbai Indians.
I'm tipping the Mumbai Indians.
I already knew who you were going to tip.
Yeah.
Look, Sunrise made a huge score, obviously 204, but lost. I think that is promising signs. I know they lost, but that's a really good score, and they still took 7 wickets when they conceded 208. That's the worry. They did concede 208 runs. But a lot of the pitches over the weekend weren't as good as that pitch they were playing on. Mumbai lost in a really close game. We still think they're going to be right up there because their batting lineup's
really good. They played
really
the Gujarat Titans, who
it's supposed to be really good as well.
Who made the final last year. So they're no slouch either. So I think the Mumbai Indians will bounce back in this game. You got Jasprit Bumrah, and I just don't know if your Sunrisers boys can cope.
I'm going to be biased again. I'm going the Sunrisers. I think if you can make 204, if they can make 180 plus again in this one, I think that's going to be a really competitive score.
Yep.
It comes down to if they can make a big. We've noticed already in this tournament, if you make a big score batting first, you've pretty much won. So I think whoever bats first, if they make 180, they're going to win. But I think the Sunrisers might be all right. Pat Cummins is going to step up eventually.
I feel like in Australia, in some ways, it's easier to chase in Australian conditions.
Well, the stats suggest that.
Whereas it's the opposite here for in India. But I'll tell you what my key matchup for the game.
Oh, okay.
Is going to be Pat Cummins versus Rohit Sharma.
Oh,
Could be first ball of the game.
We've seen that in the obviously the test matches, the one days they go head to head, and it's really exciting. Sharma, I feel like against Australia has done really well.
He's a superb. He's a quality player.
He's an absolute gun. So there could be first ball, and I reckon Cummins might a few bumpers, a few bounces to him, and see what happens. But Sharma could probably pull
bit of chin music,
I reckon, and then a Yorker to follow up and get him out. So that would be really interesting if Cummins can get a couple of wickets rather than Sharma making a 50. That could decide the game.
Could like sort of edge the game into the other team's favour. But You're going the Sunrisers, are you?
Yeah, I'm being biased, as I just said. I'll lean towards them just because I think they can make a big score. If they can make a big score, if they can make 190, I reckon they can.
Defendable.
Then it's very, very defendable, especially when you got Cummins and a few decent spinners. So yeah, I'm going the Sunrisers. All right, I think we've covered all of that, all the games so far, which we've absolutely loved watching the IPL so far. Get around the show, give us a like, star it, review it on all the socials and on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Send in any questions. Let us know, again, what I should say in Bengali. That's going to be good fun. And we'll be back with this show, I think, later in the week, probably Thursday or Friday, covering a few more wrap-ups and then a weekend preview for the IPL. I think that's it. Thank you, Marcus. Thanks for showing up.
Thanks, Stats Guy. Of course I'll show up when my team wins.
Yeah, exactly. Is that why Leo didn't show up? Until,
I think he's too busy crying into his pillow.
Over that RCB loss the other night. Thanks, Joe, for producing. Thanks to me. And that's another episode of Cricket Today done. We're out.